It's me, Pretty Pink Pony. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hi y'all. Happy Friday. Where am I? What's going on? Oh wait, today's the Pretty Pink presentation. We're talking about a bunch of shit that I'm gonna be doing on stream for the next like month and a half. So first off, before we get into it, I do want to give a shout out specifically to the icons of the day. Dang, y'all did a lot of redeems. Shout out to fried chicken underscore aka Izzy. Shout out to Majestic Milo Tick. And shout out to CMB122498. Thank y'all for showing up to the stream on time. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. Um, yeah. Tell me in the chat what gif you got when you did the redeem. I want to see. I know somebody got the La Punny. I didn't see anybody else's. Yeah. So today I'm going to be announcing a lot of stuff. The first thing that I'm actually going to be getting into is actually going to be the in-game fashion review, and then I'm going to be moving on to information about the VGC. We're going to be talking about the badge quests, weekend cartoons, and a few other things. Are y'all ready? What's tea? Gym Wi-Fi is bugging out, so I'm going to be a poor participant today. Yeah, so let's get into it. The first thing that I was actually going to talk about, let me say hi to everyone first. Hi, y'all. Hello to Andalise. Hi, Sunny. Hi, CMB. Hi, V. Who else is up in here? I saw Sapphire. Hi, Sapphire. How are y'all doing today? What's tea? What's going on with y'all? Hi, anybody else? Shout out to the lurkers. I'm prepping because we're going to be leaving. Okay. Where are you going after this? Are you going somewhere else, or are you gonna come home early? What's going on with you, V? For me, I don't know. This is the first thing I'm. This is the first major thing I'm doing today. Like, I've been working on this presentation for days. Mobsuki, hi Mobsuki, watching Sonic X, waiting for the stream. Hi Mobsuki, we're gonna get started in like 2 seconds. Are you ready? This is just chatting stream. This is like actually this might genuinely be my first true stream where I am just talking to y'all. I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of gaming, but I'm not committed to that because I don't know what game I want to play. Back to Guatemala City to go back to the US. I see, I see. Well, safe travels, V. All right, so let's get to it. Hi, Milotic. Well, the first thing that we're going to be talking about is I'm actually going to be debunking all the hints that I did for the Pretty Pink in-game fashion review. I did 4 hints throughout, I would say probably in the past like month and a half. I dispersed 4 hints in the Discord server, and I talked about them all in the Discord server. But I actually only revealed the truth about one of them. The first hint that we actually had was this one, where I was saying in the, this is the first day of December, so that was actually like over a month ago now. It says stay, and I tagged a bunch of people and I said, stay tuned for the new concept coming soon. It's not going to be a full on IGFR, but it will be tea and it will be something. And then it says in the fine print, if you would like a hint, I will say this, get your orange berets ready. And that is in reference to the secondary theme. This is actually, originally I was going to do one at the end of December. And, that was the plan, and then I changed what I was going to do and made that plan for that event into the secondary theme for the event that's coming up this month, because the it's going to be happening this month. After that, I posted this image right here. This is a Happy Meal, a kids meal from McDonald's. And that was like your major hint for the theme. I had said in there that this is an interpretation of the the overall essence that the theme is going to give you, because when you go to get a Happy Meal, a lot of times, not always, because sometimes they do only have like one toy line that they do, but a lot of times they'll do a double toy line, and it'll be like Hello Kitty and Pokemon, or it'll be like My Little Pony, and then it'll be like Power Rangers. And when you go and get a Happy Meal, the first thing that they ask you is, do you have a boy or do you have a girl? And so that was the thing, is that this fashion review is going to be it's going to have two aspects to it, and one of them is going to be traditionally masculine and one of them is going to be traditionally feminine. After that, then I posted this, and this was the third hint. This is in direct reference to the theme. I was not elaborating on this one specifically. This is in direct reference to both of the themes, which you will see here in a second. I'm going to talk about the fourth hint. This is the fourth hint. The fourth hint, this is actually a villain character that I created specifically for the fashion review in order to kind of give you an example of what I wanted, like, some of the submissions to be like outside of the traditional and standard variations that you might see if you were to hear the theme. Which leads me to the theme. Are y'all ready for the theme? Are y'all ready for the theme? Are y'all ready for the theme? Because I'm ready to tell you what the theme is. Power Rangers mentioned. And actually, fun fact, V, Power Rangers would actually go under the category of this particular theme. All right, are y'all ready? Let me get my drum roll. The next theme for the Pretty Pink in-game fashion review is Magical Girl Superhero. The event is going to be happening on January 29th at the regular stream time, probably around 4 or 5 p.m. Central. My guest judge this time is going to be the returning guest judge. She is the first person to do it more than twice. There's only been like 5 guest judges. She's the first person to do it more than twice. I'm going to be going on with Damsel, the magical girl herself, and we're going to be doing the magical girl theme and the superhero theme. And this is also the first time that you're going to be able to use not only Infinity Nikki, but also Dress to Impress. And beyond that, you're also going to be able to use Pokemon Legends ZA to submit. However, if you have not previously won this event, you're still only going to be allowed 2 formal submissions to either the main theme, because this is one theme. This is not 2 themes, it's one theme. So you pick one. It's called, you're gonna have to pick one. IMO, you're gonna have to pick one. We're gonna go over the rules before I show you what the secondary theme is. But just to go over the rules again, some of the wording in the rules have changed, and I will be posting this in the Discord server as well. This is a special event regarding where a guest and I will be judging conceptual outfits you all submit to us in the Discord server in submissions. You can submit photos from any of the allowed games as seen in the flyer for the event in question for my guest judge and I to critique on stream. The creators of the best looks of the stream will be given the cosmetic role fashion trophy as I decide to do until I decide to do another event. You must submit to the main theme in the event in order to submit to the secondary theme at all, meaning that you're going to have to submit a magical girl or a superhero look in order to do the secondary theme, or to do the a free play theme, which is still allowed as well. This is also true for any freestyle submissions, which are allowed as secondary submissions to the event. I do encourage y'all, I know the themes are really fun. If you want to do the themes, that's fine. If you don't, for whatever reason, you must submit to the main theme, and then you can do a freestyle look. I always encourage people to do freestyle looks. I've been trying to get y'all to do freestyle looks for the past 6 months. Since the last time I did one of these events, it's really been like 5 months or 4 really. But every time I do one of these events, I always am happy to see when people do freestyle submissions, but I can understand why people wouldn't do freestyle submissions. The limit of submissions is currently 2 submissions per person, with former winners now being allotted 3 submissions with no repeating on the themes. This is something that's changed since the last time that we did these events. And then obviously there's a few things to keep in mind. Make sure that your outfit's clearly displayed. When you submit, you're giving consent to me and my guest judge to critique you. Normally we kind of do it in a satirical manner, and we're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you. It's like, so don't take it so seriously that you're open, that you're being emotionally open to getting your feelings hurt in the moment, because you will get your feelings hurt. At the end of the day, this is just a gaming event and it's really fun. It's internet fun though, so it's not a true contest. There's no material gain from being a part of this. There is no what is the word? Not material. What is the word? No, you can do either or. Mobsuki, you can do either or. That is the main theme. It is one theme. So you pick one or you stick to one. Um, but you do either or. That is the main theme. The secondary theme is actually coming up. The secondary theme for the in-game costume is Pretty Pink cosplay. Utilize your Pretty Pink sense of style to execute an in-game cosplay of Pretty Pink Pommy, Pretty Peach Pichu, or Pretty Punk Pommy. Any official iterations seen on stream or in commissioned art are valid to be used as inspiration. You may also use in-game outfits. And there it is. And like it says here, after you submit for the main theme of the event, which is Magical Girl Superhero, you will be allowed to submit a secondary free play look as always, but you can also submit to this instead. So that means that you can submit up to, oh, well, here it says, I actually need to change the wording on here. Maybe I'll go change the wording on the other rules, because I would rather have more. I want quality over quantity. So don't submit free play looks if you're not willing to submit free play looks. The event is happening in 20 days from now. Today is the 9th. It's happening on the 29th. So you and the fashion submissions, it says here, can be submitted through Infinity Nikki, Dress to Impress, or Legends EA. I'm actually going to change this wording right now. So it says here that you can submit up to 3 looks, but you must follow the separate theme for at least 2 of them, regardless of other factors. That's actually a rollover from the previous one. So I think I'll just keep it to 3 submissions. The limit of submissions is currently 3. What do y'all think about the theme so far? All right, so it says here, instead of what it was, it actually says now the limit of submissions is currently 3 submissions, where the first 2 follow the main theme and the secondary theme respectively. Yeah, you are so fucking Common Rider right now, V, because Common Rider are superheroes. All right. So I did give you plenty of hints for this. I'm really excited, and I will be opening submissions immediately. The reason why I'm opening submissions immediately for this particular event is partially because I know that y'all are going to need time to create these looks, but I want you to be able to submit them as soon as possible, since we only have 20 days. Normally, I give you 4 weeks. Normally, so that's normally like at least an extra week beyond. This time we're only going to be going for 20 days because I want to be prepared for February. I am going to be dropping a new hint, most likely, as at the event of the next fashion review. I am going to be dropping a new hint. So the submissions will be opening right directly after the stream. Now let's talk about the VGC. I had a lot of fun with the last VGC. There have been some icons coming out of the VGC. Shout out to Sam. And I really enjoyed doing the VGC. I must inform you all in this moment and for future moments that the current VGC and any future VGCs as of right now are going to be in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I am not comfortable doing any kind of VGC event of this nature in Pokemon Legends ZA. I think it's a great idea. I think it would be a fun event if we were to battle each other on stream in that capacity. However, I am not going to be participating in any of those events at this current moment until I am more comfortable with the game. I have played a lot of the game. I am comfortable with the battle style. The battle style is great. However, it is not conducive to a competitive format the way that the current format of the event is. It's just, long story short, it's a little too complicated. I don't see it being a reasonable choice at this time. I do read suggestions though. If you ever have any suggestions, I'm actually going to put that here. If you ever have any suggestions, leave them in Discord. You did miss the theme for the fashion review, but I can go back and show you. Hi, Amada. How are you today? So I talked about the hints. I'm going to go over this one more time. This was the first hint. It says, if you would like a hint, get your orange berets. That's a reference to the second hint. This was referencing when you order a, Happy Meal, they ask you if you want a boy or a girl, if you have a boy or a girl, so that you can get different toys. Which is referencing the theme, which is traditionally masculine, which is a traditionally masculine choice or a traditionally feminine choice. I would like to see, I don't think that your submissions need to be that way, and this is not in reference to anything regarding the community. It is just in reference to the essence of the themes. This is hint 3. This is directly referencing the themes. This is part 1 theme, and this is another theme. There's 2 themes for the main theme. This is one of the looks for the promo. I already explained all of this. The theme for the fashion review is Magical Girl Superhero. That's it. It's very easy, very simple. And the special guest judge is once again Damsel. This picture was iconic. I actually posted this on my Instagram. I do have an Instagram associated with the content that I'm making here on Twitch. And I think I've shared it with y'all, I think, but I haven't actually posted on it. My first post is a full visual of this particular screenshot from Infinity Nikki. After that, I have reworded some of the rules just to go over it. I'm not going to go over those again. You are going to have to either watch the VOD or you're going to have to go and pay attention to the Discord channels when I announce it. The submissions are opening right after this stream. The secondary theme is Pretty Pink cosplay. Basically, you get to cosplay any of the characters you see on this stream. How many characters are on the stream? 2. Technically 2. You could argue that there are 3. All right, and so that's basically it for the fashion review. The VGC theme is also Magical Girl Superhero. Use your own creativity to create a Pokemon team based on a character you would find in either superhero or magical girl media, whether they be good, evil, or somewhere in between. This one is also a little bit esoteric. I don't necessarily... I'm open-minded to what this could be, similarly to how I am open-minded for the fashion review. I think that I would be accepting of cosplays in this event, similarly to how I was feeling about the fashion review when the theme was like the princess story. But I would very much rather see you utilize your creativity to create a new character. But that's just my opinion. The ruling for the BGC is mostly the same. If there are more than 8 people who are wanting to participate, then they will be chosen from a raffle, which will end it with the wheel spin. The only way to enter this raffle is through the Discord channel, which will also be opening almost immediately after the stream. I'm going to focus on the fashion review first, and then I'm going to be opening up the submissions for the entry raffle. The only way to enter this raffle is through the Discord channel. Subscribers on Twitch get first priority, and they will get a 3 times chance of entering the event in the case that there are more than 9 willing entrants into this event. The games are still being held in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Moderators on Twitch or in Discord server will get a double name entry if they are not subscribed. The spin for the raffle will be held on Thursday, January 29th. What day is January 29th? That is the fashion review. I'm going to be spinning the wheel for the winners and the entrants and or the order. If I don't get more than eight entrants to participate in the VGC event, then I will be spinning specifically for the order of participants. But this event, as it says on the flyer, is on February 5th, 2026. So that's a little bit later than the fashion review. I think it's literally the next week. Beyond that, there's just, it's the same old rules. How to win, create a team within the given parameters. There is no list for this event, but the rules are still the same. So there is no list. Participate in the event and defeat me in a battle, and then acquire high ratings in the judging of adherence to the theme, use of strategy, and overall creativity executed for the contest. So how this goes, I've talked about this. We've had 5 of these events now. Out of the 6 that I have planned, we've had 5 of them. 1 of them got canceled. You have to beat me to be eligible to win to win the title. If nobody beats me, then the current holder of the title, who is still Sam, will get the title. That's what happened in the last event because nobody beat me in the VGC. You need to be prepared to beat me in this VGC event. And then also, if there are multiple people who defeat me in the VGC event, then the person who is going to be the person who would win the title of the Pokemon trophy is going to be the person who gets the highest rating based on the judging criteria outside of beating me. And there have been a lot of close calls, but in the past 2 events, I was sweeping y'all, and I don't want to be sweeping y'all. I'm going to be so honest. I really don't want to be sweeping y'all, but the past 2 events, I felt like I was defeating everybody. I was eating everybody up. If you would like, there's another way to win. If you win over the support of the community throughout the event of the Pokemon VGC, then you will be entered into a poll on the Twitch stream where you can possibly win the fan favorite category, which will get you the Pokemon Diva role in the Discord server. The Pokemon Trophy and the Pokemon Diva are 2 different roles, and yet they can only be won by separate individuals. There was an event that happened, I don't know if it was the last one or the one before that, where the person who was winning the Pokemon Trophy was also the person who won the poll for Pokemon Diva. That will not happen again. And even if it does happen again, that person's not going to get both of those roles. It's just not fair. And in that event, just like with the fashion review, in the Discord server, these individuals on the list of people that you can see online, they are set apart on the list. With that being said, you know, it is what it is. It's going to be cute. The battle format for the next VGC is going to be a 4v4 double battle. All Pokemon will be set to level 50. Repeating Pokemon and items are okay. Only 1 Paradox Pokemon per team. And there are still no permitted legends, mythicals, or Paradox legends. No exceptions. For this current event, there are no legends, mythicals, or Paradox legends for this event. Right. So now let's talk about the badge quest. First of all, before we get into the badge quest, I just want to say I know that I can't. The last time I tried to stream the badge quest, I canceled the stream. I was frustrated. I had my own little crash out about it. Whatever. I'm over it. It's giving very much. What is that TikTok sound? Grandma's not mad at you, baby. Like that bitch. That's me. I'm not mad. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. I, however, am dedicated to continuing the badge quest because I did purchase the DLC with the help of some dedicated community members who show up to my streams and who have donated money in the past. So I will be getting. I do have the DLC for Pokemon Violet, and I will be continuing the badge quest starting next week. Actually, next week I'm going to be doing 4 episodes of the badge quest, and these 4 episodes of the badge quest are to be closing out the main story of that of Pokemon Violet, as far as Paldea is concerned. So the first things that I'm going to be doing with the badge quest are actually going to be catching a shiny Tadbulb and defeating Arven in battle at Poco Path. Then I will be catching a shiny Nacli. I will be continuing onward to meet up with Cassiopeia and defeat them in battle as well. After that, I'm going to be catching a shiny Reverum. Is it Reverum? Revavroom? Varoom. It's a Varoom. This is a Varoom. And I'm going to be defeating Miss Pneumonia herself in battle in front of the Pokemon League. And then after that, we are going to be entering into the Great Crater of Paldea, going into Area 0, and I'm going to be completing the story there. I will be doing all of the story up until the point where I am going to be able to capture this Miraidon. However, I'm not going to be doing that Miraidon as a part of the badge quest because there's some more things that I need to announce. And one of those things that I need to announce is actually how we are going to be moving into the and I know I'm burning through it, but I did want to inform you that the badge quest is continuing, and when we continue the badge quest, we will be moving on to the DLC of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, known as the Teal Mask, and then after that, we're going to be doing the Treasures of Area 0. The first thing that we're going to be doing for this, though, is talking about Hanky Candle, Team Lumina. There will be more announcements to come regarding this when we get to a point where that's something that is going to be viable for us to talk about. This will likely be occurring in February. Hanky Candle is an it girl, and therefore at this point in time, Hanky Candle has been chosen as the it girl, and therefore she is going to be a mainstay on the team from this point forward until the end of the Teal Mask. And she needs some people to support her. But not everybody who's coming from Paldea can go to Kitakami. So that's what we're going to be talking about in February. Beyond all that, we're going to be talking about the next series for the weekend cartoons. For the weekend cartoons in the Discord server, it's an ongoing weekly event that I've done in the Discord server, where most of the time we have watched She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. We have entertained other animated series. We've watched some Pokemon in the past. We watched some smaller Pokemon series outside of the main Pokemon animated series. We watched series like Bee and Puppy Cat. We watched Teen Titans. We watched some action. We watched some anime. We watched some adventure. We watched some, other things, magical series, etc. Hi, Damsel. Also, hi, Rye. I didn't say anything to you, but I did see you in the chat. Hi, Rye. The next series for the weekend cartoons, there will be 2, and those series will be, let me get my drum roll. The next series for the weekend cartoons will be none other than Avatar: The Last Airbender, as well as Star versus the Forces of Evil. I am dedicating my energy to watching 2 separate shows for the continuation of the weekend cartoons because I really enjoy doing that. I like a little bit of variety. I feel like both of these shows are spiritual successors to the impression that we got from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. So we will be watching Avatar: The Last Airbender first, and then we will be watching Star versus the Forces of Evil. I enjoy both of these shows. Both of them have an ongoing canon, and the stories are linear, meaning that there are very few filler episodes for either of these series, and almost every episode includes some essence of lore that continues the ongoing story that the show sets forth. Part of the reason that I even wanted to do this is because I was really feeling a little bit of apprehension picking just one specific show to watch for these events. So I decided we're gonna do both. I love Star versus the Forces of Evil. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've watched both of these. I think I watched both of these in 2023 and 2024. So, and I've seen, like, obviously I grew up with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know if y'all know that. There are some continuing themes from She-Ra and the Princesses of Power that are present in both of these shows, but I think the best way to actually understand them is simply to watch them. If you would like to talk about these things, or if you would like to suggest any other series that would be similar in essence to the things that we've already watched in the Discord server regarding cartoon weekends, all you have to do is leave them in the suggestions channel in the Discord. I am open to always getting suggestions from anybody about anything going on. So it's going to be a really fun and gaggy January. This is going to be happening on Saturday, January 17th at 2 p.m. And if this is your first time watching the series, then you better show up and show up on time. All right, so that's all of my announcements. And once I finish this, we can go over. Actually, you know what? Once I finish this, we can go over everything once again. If you want, I actually am going to probably open up the things like submissions and stuff like that, literally while I'm on stream. Since we're here, I might as well. But there's one more announcement that I have. This one's a little bit loaded. This is something that's been going on with me that I've been wanting to plan for the past year and a half. In October of 2025, I had a special event that I carried out for a week that I thought was going to be really big for me at the time. That in context was pretty big for me, and I wanted to do it again. Do y'all know what that is? Do you have any ideas what the special announcement might be? Because I don't think I've told you specifically unless I told you privately. Was it 2024? What did I say? 2023? It was 2024, October 2024. A lot of y'all weren't even in the community then. But the final announcement that I have for today is actually going to be, drumroll please, the final announcement for the presentation is going to be Damsel! Oh my god. Oh my god. Not you. The final announcement for the Pretty Pink presentation for the beginning of 2026 is going to be about the Legendary Pokemon-a-thon, the Subathon, Part 2. It's going to be a multiple stream subathon with focus on catching legendary Pokemon across multiple different games. The subathon will function as a fundraiser for me to get a Switch 2, as well as funding to enhance future projects yet to be announced. There will be viewer rewards for subscriber milestones and donation milestones alike. Because what I'm planning on doing is having an active subathon, but I'm also going to be accepting donations for a Switch 2, which is not currently set up in my throne, but I am going to set it up in my throne. So the focus for the next few streams, starting on January 19th until whenever I feel like we need to be done, they're going to be parts of the subathon. However, I'm going to limit it to say this is going to be a daily subathon, meaning that I am not going to be sitting here in front of you for 12 hours, 24 hours, 16 hours. Last time I did it, I did it for 4-hour streams, and even that was a lot. So what I'm planning on doing is making this into an ongoing series where throughout the duration of the subathon, unless there are special events that are already pre-planned, for example, a Dynamax Adventure stream might be a part of this event. I will continue the subathon going throughout that specific event because it is legendary Pokemon related. However, I would not be keeping this subathon aspect going for something like the fashion review, which starts after this event specifically. So there's planning to be involved in it. I will be making a calendar for that. Honestly, I can make that on stream too. There's plenty of things that we can do today to have a cute little continuation of the stream since the presentation is over now. But this is something that I've been really excited about, and I've been talking about this with my moderators at least for the past year. I've been thinking about doing this for the past 18 months. So there's a lot to be planned with this. The specific games that I would like to be a part of this particular playthrough will be Pokemon Legends ZA, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I I will be capturing Miraidon in this event, which the Miraidon associated with Pokemon Violet is going to be a part of this event. I'm also going to be playing both the DLCs for Pokemon Sword. So there will be cameos from other characters besides the one that you see on the stream all the time. Because Pokemon Sword was not a playthrough that I did on stream with Pommy. It was a playthrough that I specifically did with Pichu, and that's why I started the DLC, or that's why I finished the game and I started the DLC on stream, is because I was actually preparing for this. So it's been a hot minute. It's been a long time coming for this event. It's been a long time coming for me, and I'm excited to do this. I also am making this the official celebration that I'm having for 500 followers. I know that it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because to really enjoy the fruits of that labor, there are going to need to be some donations and some subs, so gifted subscriptions and things like that made. However, the fun part of this event is all the viewer rewards that you are going to be getting. And if you have any suggestions for viewer rewards, since I haven't actually officially made that or made them public, and I'm not going to make them public today, I will be taking suggestions for that in the Discord server as well. So that is the entire Pretty Pink presentation for today. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate y'all for being here. Do we have any questions? Besides, don't ask me like in the chat, what is the theme of the fashion review? Because I said that twice. I said both of the themes for the fashion review twice. Do you have any questions about anything else? Because to me, all of this is exciting. What is it? There, there is no squirt contest. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. I'm hyped too, V. I decided that I was going to start this on January 19th because, excuse me, raise his hand petitely. What is the theme for the, fashion review? How am I doing? I'm good. I'm Gucci. I've been planning this. This is what I've been doing all week. I've been planning this. You know, these flyers take some time. And actually, this flyer is not even perfect. Like, if you see here, Zeraora is being knocked out the frame. I'm gonna knock Zeraora out the, So all of these things will also be added to the ongoing flyer street slideshow. But I'm doing great. I've been working on this a lot, actually. It's this, and it's been gaming. You know, the right now for Overwatch, they are actually doing double experience for every game that you play. And so I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch. I've been having a good time. I don't think I have any questions, TBH. Of course you don't have any questions. You get a back. For those of y'all who don't know, me and Damsel will hang out in a VC not near you a lot. And when we hang out in a VC not near you, or a DM series sequence not near you, we have a lot of conversations about a lot of the shit that we have planning. I told y'all about the fashion review. There are other things that we are planning as well. I love doing presentations like this though, and I will probably be doing another presentation like this sometime in the beginning of March, or in the middle of March probably. So, because I'm trying to keep y'all more updated on what I have going on, and I decided this year one of my goals, which actually leads me to something else. I was gonna actually talk about the goals that I have for this year. Do y'all want to go over this? Go over that. One of my goals for this year is being more communicative about the things that I think are going to be a big deal with my stream with y'all up front when it happens. Because I think sometimes that I kind of like I underplay or I downplay the shit that I have going on, and then that leads y'all to downplaying what I have going on, which makes me frustrated. Zeraora deserves to get knocked off the frame. No shade, full shade. Well, no comment. Some of the Pokemon that we're actually going to be capturing twice. Originally, I was going to be doing Let's Go Eevee in this as well. But Let's Go Eevee, all the legendary Pokemon on Let's Go Eevee are not shiny locked, meaning that I'm going to be utilizing them after this event. I'm going to be utilizing that game specifically to shiny hunt in that game for Mewtwo, the legendary bird trio, etc. What else? Some of these Pokemon I'm going to be capturing more than once. For example, Darkrai occurs in both Pokemon Legends ZA as well as in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Another example would be Heatran. Heatran appears in actually multiple games that I've played. Heatran appears in Legends Arceus. It appears in Legends EA. It appears in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which we are not going to, which is not going to be a part of this event because none of all the legends in that game are also available to be shiny, meaning that I'm going to be shiny hunting them as well, among other things. So we also like. It's interesting because I feel like this is an evolution of what no pun intended, this is an evolution of what I wanted my streams to be like in 2024 when I did the first Pokemon-a-thon like this, where I wanted to complete the Pokemon games that I was playing so I could focus on shiny hunting. And I have, in essence, done that. That's why we have the Masuda Hunt Hump Days, is because I focus on shiny hunting and Pokemon Shield because I completed the game and all I need to do is shiny hunt in that game. I wanted to start doing that in Let's Go Eevee, but I never got around to doing that. I wanted to start doing, and obviously, like, I was always doing that in Pokemon Scarlet, so that it was never a focus for me to do that in Pokemon Violet. But now we're going to be getting to a point where that is the focus for all of the games. So it's going to be more shiny hunting. It's going to be bigger hunts. It's going to be bigger events. It's going to be more fun. And maybe in the future we could do, for example, a VGC where y'all make themed teams in ZA and we do the battles there, but it's not going to be as big or as serious necessarily as what would go on for one that's happening next month. You know what I mean? The 5th. So now let me post all this shit in the Discord. Y'all want to watch me do that? I need to save these things. For this, I feel like I'm missing something. I already have some of these images saved, and some of these don't need to be going into the Discord, but I will be posting this VOD. You're just gonna have to watch the VOD if you want to hear it, and I'm not even going to do any timestamps or anything special. I don't edit my VODs. It's just something that's kind of like that's a boundary for me. I'm gonna post the fashion review theme. All right, so I believe I already have that saved. I need to save the other image though. All right, now I already have that particular image saved. Utilize your pretty pink sense of style to make in-game fashion look inspired by characters in magical girl or superhero media. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just switch. Let me do that. All right, so there's that. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to say I need to save the other image from the presentation for the secondary theme. Download PNG. current page. Honestly, my guess for the theme wasn't far off. The closest person, there are multiple people who guessed it correctly. Milotic got it correctly, and so did Comet. And so they got information about the themes prior to anybody else. These are great ideas. I don't want them to get lost in the Twitch void. What's going to get lost in the Twitch void? I'm confused. For ZA, we could do a 2-round match where then 6 Pokemon and we have to use all of them in those 2 matches. And that would be great for you to send them in the Discord server in the suggestions channel. It is always open. I read everything that anybody ever puts in there. I put that in there. That is the only acceptable place for you to ever give me suggestions on things. And that is another boundary that I'm having for this year. And that's not personal to you specifically, Mobsuki, or anybody in the chat. But there's been throughout the past like year and a half, I've had a lot of people who have in private and in VCs and in other personal conversations give me all kinds of suggestions, and those suggestions are great, but a lot of times they get lost in translation when I leave the situation that we're in with each other, and I am no longer able to like remember exactly what the hell somebody was telling me. So I need you to give it to me in writing in the suggestions box, because I cannot keep track of all the suggestions that I get, and I get a lot of suggestions for the shit that I do. My guess for the theme wasn't far off. The squirting contest would be horrible if it got lost in the Twitch chat. Exactly. I'm only going to address that once. If you are cosplaying any characters at all, the cosplay does not regard the skin tone. Meaning, if you do not have skin tone that is a presentation like the bitch you see on the screen, don't play with it. That's the first thing that'll really weird me out and piss me off, and I don't play about that. That's part of the reason why I'm so apprehensive about doing things like this with the stream, is because sometimes the girls be playing. Also, I will be posting a ledger of all of the characters. So if you need a visuals of Pichu, Punky, Peachy, Pinky, anything, I'm going to be posting all the different iterations so that you have a choice of what you can work with, what you can cosplay. All right, and now I'm gonna post the rules because the rules are significant and they have changed. So let me get that page saved. PNG current page. Yes. I almost have my team ready. Well, that's great, V. I figured that you were gonna be on theme. You want me to? Okay, I mean, all you had to do was say that, damsel. Like, add to queue. I love me a little bit of Amare though. All right, let me upload this image. All right, and there's the fashion review. Now let me open the submissions. All I have to do is edit this channel. You're getting a backstage view, permissions. I don't know why it's okay. Here we go. Penthouse member. Everybody can view the channel. Now you are allowed to send messages. There you go. So now submissions are officially open for this theme. There you go. It's like when streamers do homework on stream. Well, all right. So now let's announce the VGC. I need to edit the entry space. I need to edit this. So let's do, I already have that page saved, I believe. It's the only thing. Love, Love, been that girl. Love, getting through it. Have any of y'all watched the tour of the Pretty Pink Estates recently? Or how did y'all feel about that? I remember doing that recently. The other flyer that I have in my flyers folder is the one about the Jamboree stream. Do y'all want to play more Jamboree on stream? Who has Jamboree who wants to play with me? If I were to stream it, would y'all pull up? We're not doing that today, but... Is this PPVGC 6? Is this 7? Is it 6 or 7? I think it's 6. Is it 7? Let's see. I always get mixed up. Girl, we were getting into it. This is 5, and 5 is the summer theme. This is the solar-powered Pokemon. And then did we do one after this? I guess not. I guess it is 6. Because we had World Domination. Then we did, it was World Domination. Girl, I don't even fucking remember. I enjoyed the tour. I skimmed through since I get the rundown usually before you even build. But it was cute to see it all in one big tour. Yes. I had a good time. I had a good time doing that. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. Actually, fun fact, I did put a farm stand in Damsel's area. It's right by her barn. So if you ever want items from me or Damsel, you can always go and check out her barn services and it'll be right there. I guess it's 6. I don't know. Okay, let me go back to this other thing. And then I'll put that here. And then I need to post the rules, but I need to save these too. So I'm gonna save this. Download. I need to save this. Download. Page 15. I need to save this. Page 16, download. Thank you for the follow. Hello. Fawn Raid. Hi, y'all. Hi, Raiders. Thank you for the follows. Anonymous Garlic. Thank you. Hello. Thank you for the follows. Y'all are going crazy. Shout out. Shout out. Let me shout out all the followers. Thank you, Fawn, for the stream, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Pretty Pink Pommy. And right now we are talking about all the shit that I got going on. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the follow, Danny. Thank you for the follow, Carnage, Farm Boy. Farm Boy, hi, no, hi, Farm Boy. I think I know you. Anonymous Garlic, thank you. Hi, Ricky. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope that y'all had a great stream. What were y'all playing? Did we get a shout out for Fawn? Y'all playing ZA? Yes, I saw that. I hope y'all had a great stream. If you have to raid and run, feel no obligation to stay. We're just doing a little bit of chatting. We're actually talking about all the events that I have planned for Hi Gav the Gab. Thank you. Also, thank you for Frostlash for the follow. We're just getting started talking about all the stuff that I have planned in my community for the month of January and beginning of February. I'm going to be doing a subathon towards the end part of this month that I'm planning. I'm also planning a Pokemon VGC event that's going to be happening on stream, and it's extending from my Discord server. I'm also planning a fashion review where I'm going to be taking submissions from Infinity Nikki, Roblox Dress to Impress, and Pokemon Legends ZA that I announced today as well. That is extending from my Discord server, and that I'm going to be reviewing the looks with my friend Damsel on stream. So there's a lot of great stuff that's going on here, and if you would like to be updated on that, definitely check out my Discord server, the Pretty Pink Penthouse, by following the link that I just posted in the chat. Thank you. Yes, Farm Boy. I'm glad you're here. Thank you everyone for showing up with the raid. Y'all are awesome. I hope that y'all had a good stream, and I know it's a lot of energy to be sticking around in somebody else's stream, just like it would be for me to make a stream itself. And so feel no obligation to stick around if you have to go. It's really casual right now. We might game a little bit later. I haven't decided, or maybe we'll just hang out. Yes, also check out the redeems. I do have a Pika clone redeem. So one of the bots that I have in the chat will tell you what Pika clone you are. It also does include, I don't think that I added Pikachu. I meant to add Pikachu. I don't know if I ever got around to doing that. But I do have Mega Raichu in there. X and Y. So that's fun. Get into it. Anyway, right now I'm actually posting in my Discord server about all the events that I'm going to be hosting this month and next month. So like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm posting in my Discord server about all of these things. To freedom! Actually, I'm going to be posting these in order. This doesn't pertain to this. This is for the fashion review. I also need to save this other image that I had in the presentation. Download. Hi, Fairy Gay. Welcome back. Hi, Panda. See, Moss Green City just got Mega Raichu X right there. Hi, Robbie. Let me post the how to win here. And then I will be posting the battle format for the PPP VGC, which is, it's going to be PPP VGC 6. I'm gagged. I thought it was 7. Maybe it's, maybe, are they offset? Did I do a fashion review without a VGC? Maybe I'm just like twisted in the brain. Okay, now let me edit this entry, these entries, so this whole thing can be deleted. in here. And then I can delete this as well. Let me add this. It's going to be how to enter first. How to win after. And then it's going to be like this. If you would like to enter, I'm going to make that bold. If you would like to enter the participant raffle for PPP VGC 6, leave a brick bottom Birdo emoji in the reactions to this message. The entrance raffle is taking place on January 29th, 2026 on stream before the official fashion review. I'm going to bold this too. Make sure to read the rules, battle format, and all info before entering the raffle. I still know the secret way to redeem Pika Clone, but you removed it. Did I? I think I just made it unavailable for y'all. It's still there. All right, so let me edit the permissions for this channel. Behind the scenes, let's do Penthouse member once again. View channel. Send messages, no. Add reactions, yes. Save changes. Okay. Y'all want to play Roblox? Let's play Roblox. Let's see what's going on in the VGC chat. Type shit. Get into it, V. Okay, so there's the announcements for both of those. People are leaving suggestions. Thank you for leaving suggestions. And thank you for joining the Discord server. We have a good time in there. We are also going to be having a weekend cartoon, so let's go. Y'all want to go back over the events one more time before we do anything else? What else do I need to announce right now? You know what? I will put the little flyer for the I'm gonna save this. And I'll post that in the announcements channel. I'll save this. I'm gonna post about the weekend cartoons again next week. So we're not gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna post about the hanky candle thing until it's more relevant. But I will open back up that Discord channel with for the badge quest that I have kind of like taken away. and put it back where it was. Everyone can see it. Don't even care. Can everybody send messages in there? No. Actually, I don't want everybody to see it. I just want the penthouse members to see it. If you join my Discord server, you need to agree to the rules. Then you will get a role called the penthouse member role, which will allow you to see all the channels that are relevant to you. Can they see history though? See view message history. Leave reactions. I love also something fun. Another fun fact about me: I love when y'all leave reactions to the shit that I say on the server. And I'm not actually even going to make an announcement in there. The other things regarding the today's presentation are not going to be announced in there. But I can go back over. I did not mean to close that. Let's go back over the events of this thing one more time, just in case anybody missed it. So I'm not going to go back over the hints, but I will tell you that the theme for the Pretty Pink in-game fashion review is Magical Girl Superhero, and the event is on January 29th, 2026. I'm taking submissions from Infinity Nikki players, Just to Impress players, or players of Pokemon Legends ZA. You must follow the themes. Up to 3 submissions per player, or up to 3 submissions per person. But you must submit from the main theme, which is Magical Girl Superhero. That's one theme. After that, you can also submit a Pretty Pink cosplay, where you cosplay one of the characters on the screen. From there, the VGC is the same theme as the main theme for the fashion review, Magical Girl Superhero, where I want people to create Pokemon teams based on characters you would find in the superhero or Magical Girl media, whether they be good, evil, or somewhere in between. And the battle format, the rules are posted in the Discord server, but the battle format is a 4v4 double battle with all Pokemon set to level 50. Repeating Pokemon and items are okay, but only 1 Paradox Pokemon is permitted per team. No Legends, Mythicals, or Paradox Legends. No exceptions for this current event. The badge quest is coming back next week. We're going to be doing 4 back-to-back streams where I'm going to be finishing the main story of Pokemon Violet to completion, to get the credits before I return back down there and get that Miraidon, which is going to be a part of the final thing that I'm going to be announcing for Weekend Cartoons. Just in case you missed it, we're going to be watching Avatar: The Last Airbender and Star versus the Forces of Evil, starting every Saturday that I am available to do so, starting on January 17th, 2026 at 2 p.m. With repeating events. And then also I'm going to be doing the Legendary Pokemon-a-thon starting on January 19th, which is going to be a stream series that I'm going to be continuing until I'm done with it, or until, you know, the energy for it is done. Even when we finish it, I'm still probably going to continue going for all the legendary Pokemon in these games. But it's going to be functioning as a fundraiser for me to get a Switch 2, as well as funding to enhance further projects yet to be announced by me. There will be viewer rewards for subscriber milestones and donation milestones alike. This is partially a celebration for me after getting 500 followers earlier this year, or I mean, in the end of last year. It was actually, I think, in like the beginning of December. And that's it. Everything else, all this information can be found in the Discord server. If you missed any of it, all the relevant and new information will be found in the Discord server, and that is the presentation for today.